Juliet, first, I just want to get your reaction to this breaking news that President-elect Trump intends to nominate Kash Patel to serve as the FBI director.
Well, I mean, first of all, just we should note how everything has changed because of Donald Trump firing Comey. That we're now at a stage in which the FBI director, who's not supposed to serve at the whims of whatever president comes in, we sort of just Trump sort of views that as a given. It is viewed as his appointment. So whatever is happening in terms of who he chooses, the fact that this is even a seat that we're talking about shows how much Trump is planning on putting his people in. And now this gets to Patel. There's no one less. I mean, there's a lot of people less qualified to run the FBI. There is no one the only reason why Trump would have done this pick is for his retribution campaign. There is almost no other reason to explain this. And I know that we have to say, in terms of reporting, well, we'll see what others say, or we'll see what the Republicans do. But everyone who has followed this president-elect and who he wants to put in knows that this particular position and this particular person is being chosen for what is essentially the retribution campaign. And that means a couple of things. It will mean the lack. It's not just who they go after. Let's start with who they don't go after. The lack of enforcement against people who might use violence, who might do things illegal, hate crimes, otherwise, in the name of Donald Trump is likely to occur. In other words, the decision not to prosecute under federal crimes is one that the FBI will be part of in terms of where they put their investigatory resources. More importantly, of course, is the people presently in the DOJ who are looking to see whether Trump is going to go after them can assume that the FBI will start investigations, including his President Biden's own family members. But the president-elect has also talked about looking at the 2020 campaign. He seems to still believe that he won that. That will be something that will be looked at. So there's almost no other explanation that is rational. It's not political. It's just the way you look at this is we need to believe the president-elect in terms of what he's doing. We don't have to look for another reason. He wants his person who is on a sort of burn it up tour to lead the FBI. And no rational person would look at this nomination and view it otherwise.
And Juliet, I just want to read, this is a transcript from what Kash Patel said earlier, just a little bit ago, a few weeks ago. He was saying, he was on Steve Bannon's podcast, and he said, I think we can play it. Actually, we have it. Let's listen to it. That's better than me reading it.
We will go out and find the conspirators, not just in government, but in the media. Yes, we're going to come after the people in the media who lied about American citizens, who helped Joe Biden rig presidential elections. We're going to come after you. Whether it's criminally or civilly, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're putting you all on notice.
Yeah.
Now, Juliet, in terms of, again, as I said with Elena, you have to be Senate confirmed. There are steps between now and him becoming the director. However, if he were to be the director, what kind of levers can he pull? And how much power do you have as the director of the FBI to execute a plan like that?
Well, I mean, just look at Herbert Hoover. I mean, it was a tremendous amount of investigatory powers. There are laws to check this, but you can go after your political enemies, as Hoover did against the civil rights movement. You can try to get wiretaps or whatever else based on investigations against your alleged political enemies or even the media. Look, we have a lot of checks in place now, right, in terms of what the FBI can lawfully do. Those checks will not work against an FBI director who is essentially hell-bent on what we just heard him say on the podcast, to go after the political enemies of the president. So basically what's happening now, just to remind people what the FBI generally does, right, it's federal crimes. It is everything as, boring cases like, I don't mean that, but antitrust civil cases, cases that are, about regulations and finances, all the way to hate crimes. And then, of course, to national security issues. All of those require resources and focus by the director of the FBI. The FBI chooses where to put those resources and also can choose where and how to begin investigations. People who are the target of that, who might look around and be nervous, people who are the target of that certainly can either bring a lawsuit against the FBI or defend themselves in court should the investigation be viewed as illegal. But what you're talking about now is a lot of resources that are being used for two purposes. One is the political purposes of sort of protecting the president from the Democratic criticism. And I mean, not capital D. I mean, the criticism that any president ought to expect to face if they are president of a democracy, as well as going backwards to 2020 and to January 6th and whatever else that he wants to do to go after political enemies. There's just no other way. There's no spin. There's no, oh, he's qualified or whatever. This one is solely for the purposes of the sort of redemption tour of the president-elect.
All right, Juliette, stay with us. I want to go to Evan Perez, CNN senior justice correspondent, who is here with us. Evan, look, this news just breaking tonight that Trump is intending to nominate him. However, this had been the talk for a little bit, and I'm curious what you had heard as this was kind of percolating from people you were talking to within the justice community, and what you think, how you think this could, go forward, and what might happen.
Well, this has been as you pointed out, a ruminating behind the scenes in Mar-a-Lago, where people have been, of course, making their presence known to the president-elect, trying to get jobs, trying to get their positions in the incoming administration. And in the background, as he's been filling some of his cabinet posts, has been this question of what he will do with the FBI director. Now, one of the things that's interesting is that he hasn't really spoken much about Chris Wray. He hasn't complained about him really since July. So people at the FBI, I think were hoping perhaps that Donald Trump might back away from his promise or his vow previously that he would fire Chris Wray. Obviously, that is now not. It is obviously that he's decided to follow through on what he said he was going to do. So there's a couple of things that are now playing out. The question is, does Chris Wray wait to be fired, or does he resign before Donald Trump takes office on January 20th? Donald Trump doesn't have power to fire him right now. And so that's the way this is going to go in the next few weeks. And behind the scenes at the FBI, certainly I think there's been a lot of push by people inside the Bureau, inside the Justice Department, to urge Wray to stay, because it just can't be normal that Donald Trump is the only president really who just fires FBI directors for not liking how they do their job, right? That's how Chris Wray is in this position, because Trump fired James Comey in 2017. And so one of the big questions has been, does Wray stay in the job and sort of just make the point that he's not going anywhere until he's forced to do so? And so that's what we'll see what happens in the next few weeks, because that's been certainly one of the big topics of conversation inside the FBI, inside the Justice Department, Jessica.
Right, in the immediate, what happens. All right, Evan Perez, thank you so much for that reporting. We really appreciate it.